Everyone tells you to walk more. Doctors, influencers, even your smartwatch. But most of that advice is useless. 10,000 steps are meaningless. Unless you know how your body actually responds, you're just pacing around with no real impact. That's where Whoop flips the script. It doesn't just count steps, it tells you if your walk is rebuilding your heart, lowering stress, or wrecking your recovery. Today, we're breaking down Whoop's walking feature and showing you how to turn a simple walk into a precision tool for optimizing your health. Why Whoop's walking feature actually matters. Most people treat walking like background noise. It's something you do to get from point A to B. But Whoop has completely flipped that mindset. With its walking feature, your strolls aren't just steps. They become data. And that data reveals whether your so-called casual walk is actually building longevity or just wasting time. Whoop isn't just counting movement like a basic step tracker. It measures heart rate, strain, recovery, and how your body responds in real time. That means you can use walking as an actual training tool. And yes, if you're serious about health span, walking might be the most underrated weapon you've got. Here at the Ageless Protocol, we break down what really works, not just the trendy gadgets. Right now, you can grab a Whoop device for free, plus get your first month of membership free. Links are below. Don't miss it. Walking zones. Where Whoop leaves. Other trackers behind. Whoop doesn't just say, you walked 10,000 steps. That number is useless. Whoop breaks your walk into zones based on heart rate and strain. And this is where the optimization happens. Zone 01, Recovery Zone. This is your slow, casual stroll. Think walking the dog or pacing on a phone call. It barely moves the needle for cardiovascular health, but it does support active recovery and helps flush out muscle soreness. Zone 2, Endurance Zone. This is the sweet spot most people miss. It's when your heart rate is elevated, but you can still hold a conversation. Whoop shows you exactly when you're in Zone 2, and this is where fat burning, mitochondrial efficiency, and long-term endurance are built. Spending 30 to 45 minutes here regularly can literally rewire how your body produces energy. Zone 3 to 4, Performance Zone. Yes, you can hit these even while walking, especially on an incline or at a brisk pace. Here, you're stressing your cardiovascular system, training your VO2 max, and pushing your body toward higher performance. It's not a jog, but it's a hard walk that Whoop can track precisely. Let me tell you the shocking truth. Most people never get into Zone 2 or 3. They live in Zone 0, thinking steps alone equal health. Whoop exposes that lie in black and white. Why this data changes everything. Walking tracked through Whoop isn't just about fitness, it's about optimization. Zone 2, walking boosts mitochondrial health, which translates to better recovery scores. Zone 3, spikes improve cardiovascular resilience, which means lower resting heart rate over time. Even casual Zone 1 strolls can drop stress markers if you use them strategically. And this is where the walking feature really shines. It connects to your recovery and strain data. If you're burnt out, Whoop will show how a Zone 1 walk helps you recover. If you're undertrained, it'll reveal how Zone 2 can balance the equation. That feedback loop is something no basic fitness app can give you. So the question becomes, how do you actually use this walking data to upgrade your daily routine instead of just glancing at it and moving on? That's exactly what we'll break down next. Turning walking into a precision tool. The real mistake people make is treating walking like background noise. You get your steps in, you feel good about it, and that's it. But Whoop doesn't let you hide. It tells you exactly whether your walk was recovery, endurance, or performance. And that's where the real power is. Think about it. If you're burned out, stressed, and barely sleeping, what's the worst thing you can do? Go hammer yourself with high-intensity training. That just drives your recovery even lower. But Whoop shows you that a simple 20-30-minute Zone 1 walk can drop your strain, lower cortisol, and actually improve your recovery score the next day. That's the kind of feedback that saves you from burnout. On the flip side, if your recovery score is high and you're ready to push, a Zone 2 or Zone 3 walk is basically free cardio training. You're not crushing your joints, you're not risking injury, and you're stacking mitochondrial health without frying your nervous system. That's the definition of smart training. Daily routines built on Whoop walking. Here's how you actually use it. Morning walks are perfect for Zone 2. You're fasted, your body is primed to burn fat, and Whoop will show you the exact strain you're building without tipping into exhaustion. Afternoon walks are great for Zone 1. After hours of sitting and staring at screens, you use them to reset stress, improve blood flow, and recharge your focus. Whoop literally shows the drop in strain and the shift in recovery. Evening walks are your secret weapon. A 20 to 30-minute easy stroll in Zone 1 signals your body to wind down, improves glucose control from dinner, and sets you up for deeper sleep. Whoop doesn't just track the walk, it shows how it connects to better sleep efficiency that night. This is where it gets shocking. Most people don't realize walking is one of the few activities that benefits you no matter when you do it. The difference is in the zone. Whoop makes sure you're not guessing. The health payoff you don't see coming. Meet the craziest part. Walking with Whoop doesn't just impact your strain score that day. Over weeks and months, the data compounds. Lower resting heart rate, higher heart rate variability, better sleep, less daily stress load, all from something as basic as walking, but only if you're hitting the right zones and using the feedback loop. This isn't just about cardio, it's about energy management. Whoop shows you how walking plugs directly into recovery, strain, and sleep, the three pillars of its system. Ignore it, and you're leaving half the benefits on the table. And once you start using Whoop's walking data like this, you realize walking isn't easy exercise anymore. It's biohacking with your shoes on. So now the question is, what specific strategies should you follow to make sure you're using Whoop's walking feature to actually optimize long-term health and not just collect pretty graphs? That's what we're diving into next. Walking with Whoop, long-term strategy. Here's the honest truth. Most people think walking is just about hitting 10,000 steps. But 10,000 steps without context is nothing but a vanity number. Whoop exposes whether those steps are actually moving the needle or just wasting your time. The long game isn't about more steps, it's about smarter steps. Over months, Whoop shows you trends. Maybe your Zone 1 walks are cutting down resting heart rate by 5 beats. Maybe your Zone 2 walks are driving VO2 max up. Maybe your evening walks are cutting nighttime wake-ups in half. That's how you know walking is literally rewriting your biology, not just burning calories. The real optimization hack. Here's where people screw up. They try to separate walking from recovery, diet, and sleep. But Whoop doesn't separate it. Everything is connected. If you crush a hard workout but skip a Zone 1 walk, your recovery tanks. If you eat late and don't walk after, glucose spikes wreck your sleep, and Whoop calls you out on it the next morning. This is why walking isn't optional. It's a lever, a tool, a reset button. The beauty of Whoop is it proves the impact in cold, hard numbers. You don't have to guess anymore. You literally see how walking changes your HRV, your strain, and your readiness. Why Whoop walking hits different. Plenty of apps count your steps. Fitbit, Apple Watch, even your phone. But here's the difference. Those platforms dump steps into your daily total like it means something. Whoop treats walking as part of your performance ecosystem. It categorizes intensity, tracks strain, and feeds it into your recovery algorithm. That means your walks aren't wasted in a meaningless step count. You're fueling the bigger picture of longevity, stress resilience, and cardiovascular efficiency. And once you see that data, it's addictive. You don't just walk to walk, you walk with purpose. The ageless protocol take. Health optimization isn't about hacks in isolation. It's about stacking smart, proven actions that work with your biology. Walking is the most underrated of them all, And Whoop's walking feature proves it. You don't need to train like an Olympian to transform your health. You need to know when to push, when to recover, and how to use something as simple as walking to tip the balance in your favor. Whoop gives you that playbook. So there it is. Whoop finally gives you the data to use it the right way. At the Ageless Protocol, we show you what actually moves the needle. If you're serious about upgrading your health, check the links below. Whoop is offering our community an exclusive deal. You can get the device completely free, plus your first month of membership free. The link is waiting for you below. Hit follow, hit subscribe, and stay tuned. Because every week, we're exposing the real strategies for staying younger, longer,